I think we're good. I think we're good. We are live now, though. So whether we're good or not, we're live. Well, hello, humans of the interwebs. We are going to revisit Dragonia, thanks to our amazing, what do we call it? Dragon Master, Nick, tonight. So make sure and check this out. I will post in the Twitch chat where this is from. This is a Magpie game. This is a Magpie game published by Magpie Games, but it's a tabletop RPG by Marissa Kelly. So make sure and check that out. I'll post some of those. You can also see it on, if you're watching on Twitter, Magpie is tagged in there and has her name on it. So check it out for sure, because I feel like this is one of Nick's favorite types. I mean, just getting a feeling. I don't know. Anybody else have an opinion? I feel like anything with all dragons is kind of, yeah. And I'm really excited to revisit this Dragonia. So I'm going to give this all over to you guys. Enjoy.
Okay, I guess that's my cue. Hello, everyone. I am going to be your Dragon Master. I'm Nick. And yes, once again, we are going to jump back into the world of Dragonia and go into our next adventure of our little clutch here. So we're just going to just start off going around, I guess, and everyone will reintroduce their little winged drakes and give us a little bit of sort of what they're all about and sort of that whole deal. So we'll just start off with Patrick.
Hello, I am Patrick. I am playing Autumn the Trickster Dragon. I lost my old character sheet, so I'm starting fresh with her anew. So I'm a little behind on all of my abilities compared to the rest. That happens.
Yeah, I mean, it has been like a couple of years since we played last.
Yeah, I feel earlier in the lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Patrick. I'm in the same situation.
I'm super excited. I really enjoyed this game. I'm super glad to be back into it.
Cool. So next up we'll have Kat.
I had a hard time unmuting. Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing Autumn. I'm a nature adept. I'm a green dragon with a beak and a prehensile tail, and I just kind of like hanging out in the forest with my friends, including my new guide, the pink monkey bird. And when dragons need me, they know where to find me. And if I really want to see them, I'll say hello. But that's kind of rare, honestly. But it's fine. I just hope that if they do need me, it's for something important and not for weird dragon politics. Like, I think last time we were helping badgers, and that's a good goal. That's it. Bye. Do I go home now?
I believe the last one was exploring the ruins of...
Yeah, I thought there were badgers involved somehow.
That was the first adventure.
Oh,
that was a
Bearger. Bearger.
Yes.
Okay. I only remember that. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right. So next up, we'll go with Marvin.
Okay. So I'm going to be playing the Crafter, who is named Neo. He is not the one, but he believes he is. He's going to introduce some new inventions to Dragon Society, things that will bring us into a new age, and it shall be an age of glass! Which, now that I think about it, would mean it's easily shattered. Okay, it's a work in progress. Don't worry about that. I'm going to try and figure out how to actually make it stronger. Crud. Well, yeah, that's it. I'm working off of memory for Neo, so I'll probably get him a lot of things.
Pretty sure we're all working off of memory, so that's what happens when you come back to a game you haven't played in a while. All right, so next up we'll have Dallas.
Hey everyone, I'm Dallas. I'll be playing Morning. He's a warrior, and he is what I would call a level-headed one. His kind of the charm is neutral, so I think that kind of keeps him like a thinker before the actual swinger. But he's definitely tagging along because he always thinks that people should be looked after, whether they're young and old. Doesn't matter. He likes these clutch mates. He's kind of there just in case, but his sort of dragon inheritance would definitely engage whenever necessary.
Last but not least, we will have Michael.
Hello, I'm Michael. I am playing Professor Featherfluff. An eye horde, the most precious dragon resource there is, knowledge. I'm all about curiosity and learning. So pretty simple to get a handle on this character.
Pretty cool. Yeah, with that, so as everyone can see on the stream, we have our little map that I've been sort of marking up as we go along. And throughout this game, the players will actually now have access, if they are on level 20, to actually mark it up themselves if they wish on our little adventure. But this adventure is actually Neo, you are approached by a fellow member of House Kebros by the name of Locken, and he is a winged drake, so a little bit older than you are now, but that does mean that he has a little bit more authority than your clutch has at the moment. So he has asked, I guess I should. Locken is a dragon of dark blue scales. It's sort of very quickly transitioned into white on his feet and belly, and the bottom of his wings, and has a sort of tipped tail and glowing horns. He asks that your clutch look see if he can find his brother by the name of Hexen. So Dre, I should say, since there are no genders in this game, in the dragons. Locken basically said that both he and Hexen are members of the just street cadets, and they focus on sort of the history of the House Kebros. And they recently learned about the location of the board that was destroyed by Pizza, chosen the sort of matriarch, I guess, of House Kebros, and has sort of disappeared since then. So your clutch has been asked to see if you can find Hexen.
So we're supposed to find Hexen, who may have found the long-lost horde of House Kebros, from what I'm getting at.
That is usually, I think that is what he was looking for. He found some evidence of where it might be. It's sort of in like he found in sort of like a mountainous area, I believe, to the north. So he went searching for it because he's definitely the more academic type, and wanted to see if he could find anything that could, I guess, what's the word? Give us information on sort of like possibly the fall of the house or anything like that, or even possibly find something useful. So he's kind of stubborn that way, I guess.
Yes, it is a worthy pursuit.
Mhm.
What? my clutch mates and I will head out forthwith to find this long lost information. Oh, and your brother, of course. Don't worry, we're gonna find him, of course.
Of course.
Really interested in that information.
I mean, all I'm asking is that you bring Hudson back. I don't care about the information. I just want my brother back. I worry about him.
Don't worry, that will be my main objective.
Very well.
To worry is normal, but we will find him.
Yeah, we'll totally find him.
I guess I'm here. Hi.
Alrighty.
I thought I was gonna get feathers later, but I think I might be here. Am I
Oh.
here?
I would say, if you wish to be there, you may. If not, then
Then I'm not here. Never mind.
Neil will probably swing around and gather everyone up.
Okay.
Inform them of the situation.
so you have your request. The information that you have is the old horde that was destroyed. Basically, the history is that gosh, I'm blanking on their name. Kisa the Chosen, in order to sort of quell any sort of any possibility of inner conflict between the houses, destroyed a large horde, and in the process made them sort of a paragon of House Kebros, and sort of, and so.
Do we have any clue as to like? So we know all we know with the horde is that it's in the north. Do we know anything more than that?
It was in a mountain area.
Okay, mountainous area.
Could be those
So-
mountains right there you're pointing at.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, he basically points out that they could be there. Maybe.
I think Autumn would know if someone went missing where she's building her theme park.
Yeah.
It's not in the theme park, you're saying?
It might be. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I could consult the geographical primer in Dragonia's rivers, mountains, and major islands, but I didn't pick that book, so it's not happening. Could I like head to a library and start doing some research and seeing if we can like find out some legends about where the horde might be?
Maybe. Hold on. Yeah, I would say you can probably do that.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Would it be? There's no go to the library.
Yeah,
move.
not really.
Yeah.
I'll say you can sort of like take some time and let's just do a straight cunning roll, similar to, and then
Great cunning. Okay. I'm good at that. +2. All right, let me get the old dice roller. +2. Come on, something good. Okay, that's not so bad. It's a 7.
7. Okay. So, you don't find much. You found sort of like the basics. Basically, the horde was obviously destroyed by Kita. So that but it was sort of like as Lockin said, the horde is said to be in a mountain to the north, and I would say you would, with that knowledge, you can sort of deduce that it'd be sort of like in this sort of like mountain area in the north area, like towards the so.
All right. Well, I've narrowed it down to the mountains.
Thank you,
Let's go there,
Professor
friend.
Fluff.
There we shall find the treasure.
And the guy's brother, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
But I do like how you think, Professor. Always keep your mind on the bigger goal.
I mean, I was referring to knowledge, the greatest treasure of all.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we're here for.
Yes.
So,
Oh, we should definitely invite Anna to go with us. If we're going to be in the wilderness, we need her expertise.
She's fun to have around.
I was thinking
of
of
course.
inviting everyone.
She's a delight.
So I guess you would sort of travel down to where you know that Anna usually hangs out.
Our favorite forest.
Yes. Okay. And Anna, what exactly are you doing in the forest?
Well, right now I'm hiding up in the trees like I do. Just making sure nobody's gonna mess with the forest, which they'll do. And then, I might crunch up their bones or, whatever I have to do. Protect the forest. It's really important. Or I might be having some tea with the possum squirrels. It's hard to say.
Can I attempt to sneak close near Anna and try to impersonate or do a ventriloquism with my voice for one of the animals and sort of mislead her?
Okay. Yeah. Roll a misleader check. Could be a plus cunning.
Plus cunning? A 10 for me. I rolled an 11 minus 1.
So, on a hit, they are fooled for a moment. You learn a valuable secret or create an opportunity. On a 10 plus, you either get both benefits or you choose them, or you confuse them for some time.
I want to confuse them for some time because it's not just I wanted so there's a bunch of different animals sort of trying to talk back to Anna, but they're all in the same voice. Because I'm not incredibly good at changing my voice, but it's just enough to sort of raise the heckles on the back of her neck that she might have guests.
Yeah, so from kind of out of nowhere, out of the canopy of the trees, this green dragon lowers herself on her prehensile tail and goes, "Hello? I hear your voices. Where are
Hey
you?
there.
Hi.
You see a rabbit sort of pop out. Are you Anna?
Yes, I'm Anna, and also I do have that carrot you want. Here you go.
I was kind of hoping for one of those rainbow carrots.
Oh, that's weird. You're saying you both want the rainbow carrot, but you're also happy with this carrot. Do you have multiple personality disorder, little rabbit?
A crow sort of swoops close by and says, "No, it's fine. They're okay."
I think your eggs will be safe. And also thank you for letting me know you're okay. How long have you been able to speak twice at the same time? This is very unusual. Keeping in mind she actually does speak to animals.
I know, exactly. You see the familiar form of Autumn sort of creep out from the trees, out of the trees.
Oh.
Hi, Anna.
Hello, Autumn. Oh, that was your voice. That's a funny joke. How are you doing?
Good. The others should be nearby. I kind of wanted to get ahead.
That's positive. Is Neo still working in glass?
I think so.
You should be careful to not get that up here. It cuts the animal's feet.
Only if it breaks.
Well, yes, but I mean, well, you know Neo.
Well, that
So-
might have been me.
Oh, well, how can I help you?
I'm gonna assume that the rest join us at this point, because Autumn was kind of only paying attention.
She's still hanging upside down, by the way.
Does anyone remember where they're going in this forest?
I do, unless I want to get lost. Hello, Neo.
Oh, there she is. So you found her first, Autumn. How are you doing, Anna?
Oh, I'm doing well. The trees are happy. I'm happy. The animals are happy.
The rocks know what they did.
She like squints at the rocks. I'm just kidding. I can't talk to rocks. That was a joke.
Ha ha ha.
Well,
Anna, how would you like to go on an adventure?
and see more rocks.
Well, I mean, I am trying to learn to speak rocks, so I suppose. Are there going to be a lot of rocks where you're going?
Tons.
Mountainous mounts, you may even say.
Oh, mountains have a very ancient rock tongue, I've heard. That could be quite a thing. Yes, I will go talk to a mountain. Is there something else involved in talking? Hi, morning.
I was wondering.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Quite wonderful today. How are Dre?
Oh, I'm doing fine. You know, just being here. Haven't seen the darkness around recently, so whatever you did to keep it at bay, it's still working.
Great to know. It would be terrible to lose this place.
Yes, it's a sacred spot. I mean, that's what those of us from House Tessa have to do. Protect the few places that are left in this world.
I can't remember. I
Yes.
feel like another one of you was House Tessa also, but
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
same here.
I'm House Mindoth.
Rothscar.
Fabros.
Yes, I'm sure all the rest of your houses do things, but our house doesn't. But we're trying.
Well,
I
this
mean-
mission may recover something long lost to my house, if it's
Oh.
successful.
I was hoping you'd say lost to our house, but that your house is good too. I'm sure it hasn't been lost yet. So
I hope it. Oh, of course, we are supposed to find someone. A Hexen, I believe.
Hexen. Oh, I suppose if you give me more information, I could ask my spirit guide if they know anything,
Please.
like
Did we-
about Hexen or about whatever ruins we're going to.
The Vanished Horde.
Well,
Yes,
there are
we're going to
several.
the bed.
Is it just called the Vanished Horde? Like, it can't be the only Vanished Horde.
I think it's Hexen's Horde,
Well,
So,
if I
No,
recall
Hexen is the brother.
correctly.
it was it's basically the destroyed horde of House Kebros.
The destroyed horde of House Kebros.
okay, well, there's a giant animal network throughout the continent, so maybe my spirit guide knows something. Pink monkey bird.
Okay, so you are summoning your spirit guide, which
yes. It's a small spirit guide that follows me wherever I go.
okay. So
Oh, you
Um,
were under my wing the whole time. Hi.
She like
Oh.
holds out her stubby wing where she can't fly.
all right.
I'm
So
like-
they had sort-
Unlike Pink Monkey Bird, who can totally fly.
okay. So how exactly does this little guide?
Sure. So, what happens is I ask it for counsel, and I roll plus charm on a 10 plus. I mark experience and take +1 forward if I follow its guidance. On a 17, I take +1 forward if I do as it says, and mark a shadow if I don't. And on a miss, the guide's just straight up insistent, and I should follow its advice, or it tells me to go to hell.
Okay.
Pink monkey bird, what do you think the best way to find What was it called again?
The destroyed horde of House Kebros.
The Destroyed Horde of House Kebros. If you've ever heard of that, I'll go ahead and make the roll. Let's see. I have rolled a 9. Oh, it's just one under what I needed to mark it XP. Oh well.
Can we help in any way?
You
I think so. I think you have to roll
Yes.
on friendship gems.
Friendship gems. Which
yes,
I
I
think I
believe you-
have at least one.
you should have some of them because at the beginning you were given some through your fellowship.
Yeah, I only have 2 left right now because I think I gave a whole bunch away to Professor Featherfluff.
Oh
Apparently.
yeah, I have 4 of yours, so no worries.
And if I
Are
go
the
through
old-
sorry.
Go ahead, Mark.
If I go through fellowship, yeah, I only have one.
Do the old ones still stand?
Think so because
Yes.
we didn't redo it.
Okay.
Unless we want to like start over blank because some of us lost our sheets.
Because I could tell everyone real quick what I had written down,
Okay.
just so you know.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if that was kosher or not. You know what I mean? Before I did it.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Okay. Anna, you've got. Is it Anna with the H?
Yeah.
Okay.
HNA.
Right. Okay. Anna's got +1 from me, and I think I got 1 from you. Neo, I got 2 from you, and you got 1 from me.
Okay.
And Professor Featherfluff got 1 from you. So that's what happened. This is what I wrote down from the first one, because I was not able to make the second one.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's a 1-1 thing with you and I.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cool. 1 from morning.
And I got
Because
one.
people started counting gems. I was like, we should know.
Right.
Sorry for the pause.
No, it's fine.
No, this is helpful.
Gotta know those friendship gems.
Okay.
So,
So
rolling plus friendship gems. Okay.
So I
In that
think
case-
When
on
you're helping or interfering, count up the number of friendship gems you have from the clutch mate in question, and add that to your roll.
the clutch mate in question.
So if you have any,
So it would have to be Professor Featherfluff or
well, if you're
Professor
Oh,
helping,
Feather-
that would give me a
well, basically it would be if
oh,
you're
max +3.
if you're helping, like for example, if Neo wanted to help Anna, it would be however many friendship gems he got from Anna.
right.
With the
So in which
added to
case
roll.
Professor Featherfluff can help her pretty well. right now.
Could I help her? Could I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do help. Roll friendship plus friendship gems max 3, and I have 4, so it's gonna be +3.
Mhm.
Very cool. All right, let's see what I get here. +3. That's an 8.
Okay. So
Let me
If
check
the
out the.
helping
Okay, so it's an
hindering
8.
on hit.
Expose
You still
yourself to
get the-
cost, complication, or harm.
right, but I think you still get the +1, right?
Yes. So
Okay,
it still gets
so-
+1.
So my spirit guide means that I've got I get to mark XP and I take +1 going forward if I follow their guidance.
Okay.
But I get to mark XP regardless.
Pretty cool.
So.
Oh, and when sorry, but
Yeah.
do I like remove the friendship gems to give them back to her, or
I think you only remove them, or I guess if you were in person, it'd be giving
it's
back
when
those
you do
friendship
ma-
gems. It's when you do magic. Is the
Yeah, when you
time.
do
Right,
moon
okay.
magic, you return friendship gems to the people you got them from.
Yeah.
okay,
So
So
sounds
helping
good.
or hindering is just you keep them, but it's like doing that. So
There are other ways to give people the gems that you have. I just can't remember what on earth they are.
I think
Um,
it's through like virtues
Yeah, I wanna-
or something.
yeah, it's through your virtues. So basically, if a
Right.
member of your clutch exemplifies your virtue, you can give them
Right.
a friendship gem.
But say if you were going to do moon magic and you wanted to blow all 4 of the gems, you would get a +4 on your roll.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
all
sweet.
those gems would go back to Anna.
nice. One of my moves lets me give away friendship gems too, so that's very
Okay,
cool.
cool. So
All right. So there should be advice on finding the horde from the spirit guide.
Yes, and also I'm sort of got two things now going at once because with the help, um, the professor has exposed himself to cost computational harm.
Aha!
Um, I would say, geez, cost computational harm. I will say that oh, my brain just decided to try that on me. Okay, so Professor, you do sort of help out with in sort of giving more information to help the spirit guide. But in the process, I think you get sort of a little too in depth, which sort of confuses it for a second, and so it takes a little bit longer for okay, I got it. So I guess that is sort of I'll say that's sort of the complication is that it takes a little bit of time for the information to come to fruition, and the spirit guides is like, well, okay. Well, one thing you can do is we can contact the network. I'm sure. Yeah, there should be maybe some animals that are closer by to this ancient horde. It says in the mountains, so maybe some
Anna, are you sure we can trust this thing?
I can very much trust my spirit guide. It's my guide who's a spirit. Why wouldn't you not be able to trust it?
Oh, no reason at all.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? This is taking a bit long, isn't it?
It's taking the amount of time that it needs to take. I don't see why you're so impatient to find out information. Why'd you even come to my forest in the first place?
Well, it
I'm
is
sorry.
my horde's. Well, it is my house's long-lost horde, after all. I would think I would be a bit impatient in finding it.
Right. I mean, it takes the time that it takes. Can I mark Shadow Track Anger, by the way?
I was trying to mark doubt myself.
Yeah, go for it. I was thinking that.
Okay, so that just happens like. Is just when our characters like feel that way that happens, or is like
kind of? It's basically I will impose darkness on you in different ways. Also, some of your moves will say that you add darkness if you fail. So, depending on the situation and what happens.
Sorry,
but
it's just that my shadow guides, my spirit guide, not shadow. Why would I say shadow guide? My spirit guide's just very important to me. You're so precious.
So it is. Yeah. So, in the mountains, probably find some animals in there that might have more information. I believe there is. How's the traveling there? I believe the travel should be fairly good. The weather's very nice. Might run into some strange things in there while you're traveling. But other than that, you should be fine if you.
Maybe if I also ask some trees along the way.
That's usually helpful, yes.
Oh, should I ask them right now?
I would say once you're closer.
You are very wise. Do you want to take a nap again under my wing? I think there's some banana berries in there.
Oh. Just goes skulls in there. Alright, so with that, you have sort of a direction and sort of a guide in a way. And Anna now has this +1.
Yeah.
So, as you're traveling, as your guide said, the weather is very nice. there's anything else you want to discuss while you're traveling, feel free to do so.
Right. Does anyone actually know what this Hexen fellow looks like? Because I can't really remember, and honestly, I wasn't paying much attention.
He probably looks pretty close to his brother.
So he's blue.
Probably. I could be wrong.
Anna, Professor, morning?
Oh, I thought you didn't want to ask me or my guide anything.
No, I don't want to ask your guide anything. You specifically, could be a bit more knowledgeable about these things.
About a blue dragon from your house?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never met the fella.
Well, I haven't met him either.
Yeah, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Probably not.
It seems in
Morning.
Locken's worries, he forgot to give you a description of Hexen.
Do you have any?
We could
Oh,
go back and
something to-
ask.
You say this is a long adventure for him out of normal territory?
I think it was. He's been missing for a while, otherwise his brother wouldn't be so concerned.
What I mean is, he should then stick out like a sore thumb. If not, then he is probably well hidden by others.
Possible there are dragons in those mountains that would know who we're looking for.
Right. Well, we won't know until we get there. It's
Suppose.
very important. Yep, it's very important we find this guy. Of course for his life, but mostly because he knows where the Horde is.
Professor Featherfluff is very clever. Maybe, Professor, do you know anything about this sort of dragon?
I mean, he's probably reptilian, breathes fire, has wings.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to start on.
That's literally everyone we know, Professor.
Ah, including him. So I'm correct. Anyway, let's go to the mountains and start looking for him.
I can't say no to that logic.
I don't think I've ever breathed fire. That's bad for trees.
How does virtues work again?
So basically, if one of your clutchmates does something that embodies your virtue, and you feel that is the case, then you can say that you give them a friendship gem.
I'm gonna give Professor Featherfluff a gem because that was incredibly witty.
Oh, why? Thank you,
It's
Mike.
really good.
Nice. Now I have 2 from him.
Right.
I apologize that I got mad at you earlier, Neo, but you insulted my best friend.
I didn't insult him. I merely asked, can we trust the word of this thing?
Now you're insulting him again.
Oh,
Are you saying my best friend doesn't have any virtue?
no, I don't know your best friend, Anna.
He's a very I was also communing with this spirit. They're exceedingly trustworthy. Take my word for it.
Thank you, Professor.
Well,
He
Anytime.
moves closer to the professor.
I
No.
suppose-
Okay, go on.
Sorry. Well, I suppose if 2 dragons can trust the spirit, I guess I can. For now.
So I will say, as you guys are traveling, you come across a decently sized river. So I'm just going to mark it sort of going up. Oop, that's not.
And a small lake.
Yeah,
And then
it comes into
Yeah,
a small
that's
little
cool.
little thing there. I'm sure you change the color. That's fine. So
And we
it's
can't fly, can we?
not yet. No.
Yeah, only
Yes.
raw scale Drake.
So it forms a natural barrier to the mountains.
Is it just a river?
As far as you can see, it does look like it's a little bit larger than wider, then I would say that you could maybe easily leap over it. But it does seem fairly calm that you might be able to do some other things. What would you like to do?
Are there
Okay,
any
how
trees
deep we
nearby?
talk? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
How deep are we talking? Like, I like to flash around the shallows, kind of see how it goes.
You will have to do a little bit of swimming. It does look like it goes deep enough that you can't exactly walk on it at your size.
Very
Are there any?
good.
Are there, were we like coming out of a forest or?
That's cool. Well, what would you say? Would you say that it would be coming out of the forest, or
I mean, I feel like there's probably a lot of forest.
Is that your favorite one?
It's just this isn't my favorite one. It's a little too cold up here.
okay?
So we're cool with cutting down trees here then.
No,
Not your favorite forest though.
well, it might be my second or third favorite forest. I don't know yet, but regardless, nobody should ever cut down trees.
Well, how else are we to craft a vessel to sail across?
I mean, you could ask. I could go find a really mean tree, and if you want to murder a tree, we could murder that one. Like a real
mean
jerk of a tree that nobody likes.
Yeah.
Like that cheats at board games.
That rolls behind the screen and tells you the wrong thing so they could score higher.
Oh
Right,
man,
right.
the Dungeon Master tree. Let's
Dungeon
kill him
Master
for
One
sure.
witness
Cut it
that
down.
tree. I like the way you think, Anna.
What were you gonna say, Morning?
Anna, are there any water-bound creatures? Maybe some beavers, perhaps, that would know of any free logs around that they could spare?
Oh, I guess I could go look for beavers.
I don't know. This might be their territory.
Hmm.
Recall that animals in this world are sort of
Oh.
a mix between multiple.
Oh, thank
so-
you. Thank you.
No, it's all good. So, well, since you seem to have come up with it, what would be an interesting mix for this beaver? Pardon, there seems to be a cat in the floor.
That's Snail.
That's a question for Morning, right?
Perhaps they're beelines, beaver felines.
Oh, okay. So a mix between a beaver and a cat.
Yes, this one actually doesn't mind getting wet, I would say.
Okay.
Sure. I know
Uh,
how to get. I know how to get the attention of a beeline. Hold on.
Make a beeline for the beelines.
She takes out a this is gonna be dumb. She takes out like a little rod that has like a log, like a tiny log tied to it, and she kind of starts bouncing it around in the air. Beelines, look at the little tiny log. Hey, beaver,
And
beelines.
I would say after like a few minutes, say you do see a beeline sort of start pop out of the water and sort of start batting their way at the.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, you're tough. You're gonna get it. If you're really lucky, the professor might bring out a magic dot. She says to the beeline.
Okay. What? You need anything?
We're looking for a way to cross the river. We're really, unlike you, who are like tiny and pretty and can swim. We're big and bulky, and we don't know how to get across water very well.
Oh, that is troublesome. Well, I believe. Okay. Let's see. Would this be interesting? What do I move for this? Just for fun.
I mean, she can charm. She can roll to convince or whatever it is.
Sure. It's usually convinces usually just for dragons, but we can do it.
Yeah,
for
but
us.
because of
Yeah.
her wild speed, she can also do it with beasts.
Oh, cool.
So I can do I'll do convince a. Well, it's not a dragon, but.
Sure.
Oh, that's really good. That's a 12.
Okay.
Nice.
Alrighty. So
So I guess I get to mark experience And if they don't help me out, I mark a shadow.
I think that's that's for your clutch mates. So
Oh
I
yeah,
hit-
sorry, that's only for clutch mates.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a hit, they do it if I offer them a favor, gift, or useful information.
Already.
I was all excited to mark experience.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Okay. Well, give me more of those logs that I can maybe add to my BD.
These little logs here that I've got tied to a stick.
Any more of those?
Sure. You know what? You can have this one.
Sure. And he grabs it up and sort of, thank you very much. Well, speaking of my dam, we can probably pass over it.
Yeah,
It should be
of course you
sturdy enough.
can. Yeah.
Let's come this way. And he sort of swims off a little up, I would say downstream a little bit. And
She
sure
trots
enough,
along like a Disney cartoon.
Right. And sure enough, in a, let's say, right here in this little right here is the beaver dam.
And we now know that a beeline is a B for feline.
Yes.
So, who's first across the beaver dam?
Oh, she's already crossing it.
Looks sturdy. Let's go. And
Yeah, I'll traipse across.
yeah, I'm gonna. Is anyone else scared to cross it?
No, Autumn was just trying to think of a prank to pull, but nothing really came to mind.
Oh, thank heavens.
You know.
Probably just gonna poke it a little bit. Seems sturdy enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, this dam, left her stumped.
So sure enough, you cross it and everything's fine.
I'm sorry, Patrick,
Onward
it didn't
and-
have the effect you.
I know.
Sorry, did I miss something?
I said this dam got me, left me stumped.
Ah,
Classic Autumn.
Yeah,
Other virtue.
look, it was a stretch.
Yeah, but humor's humor.
I thought it was chuckle worthy, at least.
Yep.
Thank you so much, friendly beeline. Do you have a name or do you not follow that custom?
name. What is name?
Then you don't. That's better. You're better off without them. Names are a prison. A dirty, dirty, filthy prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just sort of swims off.
Okay.
Well, she has a beak. She can't really necessarily smell. She opens it slightly in a fun manner.
Alrighty.
Continues onward.
Yeah. So you guys continue on towards the north. And after a little bit, you do see a small mountain range. There's so much time. I've been blazing through this.
Well, I'm a ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger druid? I assume my starry form.
All right. So what are we talking for these mountains? Like, are we like foothills, or are these like steep, impassable?
These are
peaks?
fairly substantial mountains. The fact that they're marked on the map that you've seen around Virginia is probably a good sign that they're pretty substantial. So, there isn't really a perception person, but does any? I will say, Professor, since you asked, why don't you survey an ancient Dwarf arcane area?
Oh, nice. All right. Well, I got a +2 in that. So that's pretty good.
Yay.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. +2. An 11. So that's pretty solid.
Okay. You get to ask 2 of those questions.
Okay. All right. Let's do. Oh, this would be good to find the horde. How can I gain access to this place's secrets?
So as you're sort of like looking around, and you are pleased to find that, like, not too far off, you do see a very substantial cave entrance. And you think if that's going to be the entrance to a horde, then that's going to be the entrance to a horde.
Nice. Okay, I'll point that out to my friends. And then let me try this one. Are we alone?
I will say, as you're sort of entering into the mountains, you do see sort of evidence of tracks. And these tracks are fairly distinctable. They are what look like dragon tracks. So you're thinking, okay, there is a dragon among you.
Like
On
the
a
track,
front-
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
you
go ahead,
first.
Patrick.
are the tracks headed towards the cave?
They're headed inside, yes.
But no, only the one set, right?
Yes. It
Good chance
seems-
these are Hexens.
It seems Hexen went off alone.
Certainly possible.
Anna puts her dainty taloned feet inside of these other dragons' tracks. Like, how do they look comparably?
Comparably, they are not like substantially bigger, so you would think that it's probably not much older. It's probably a wing drake, so probably about the size of what you would think of Hexen.
This looks like it's probably just wing drake size.
Which means he's in the cave, and the cave is over there. So what are we waiting for? And Neo's just going to charge on ahead, not really caring if there's any like danger or anything.
Great idea.
Acting despite the danger.
Ooh.
Sure.
Well, I guess if there are any traps, he's going to find them. That's positive.
Morning will try to catch up to you and keep up with you if possible.
Right.
Possible.
So I rolled an 8 on that, so I fumble, stumble, or embarrass myself.
Okay.
Ooh.
So should I
Were
display
you
it,
acting
or-
despite danger? What was your?
Yes.
That was his intent. Okay. So I will say, in your vibrato, okay. I'm not entirely sure about this last one. Did you offer you the worst outcome of a good choice? Let me see if there's anything in the book that says. Sorry. About that.
Look, I'm not sure if any of you are going to like me for doing this, and I probably shouldn't. But I'll wait until Nick is done looking up what he's looking up. But she's about to do something reckless and stupid.
Awesome. This is really ominous, by the way. Nick's just like, pondering the book there.
Yeah.
Acting despite danger or something. Like, what kind of are we? We're just like the danger dragons.
Just to double check, we're looking for Hexen, right?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. We're looking for Hexen, of course.
we're the Danger 5, if you will.
The danger dragon 5. Double Agent Super Dragon. What's that? That Mystery Science Theater episode?
I don't know. Don't remember the name.
Double Agent
Paw
Super
Patrol.
Dragon. Is that right? It's been a while, but I remember that's one of the classic MST3Ks.
You know what? Since I don't really understand the whole offering you worse outcome. Okay, actually, so I will say, in your sort of haste, you sort of fail to notice that, like, slightly inside the cave, the ground sort of shifts up a little bit, and you sort of lose your footing on it, and take a tumble. I will say the So the worst outcome I think I will offer you is that do you sort of try and save face and possibly make it worse, possibly even getting mourning into the sort of pile, dragon pile, or do you just sort of accept it and let your and just fall?
What would be? I think he just accepts it, flips backward, and lands almost directly on his head.
Okay.
Okay.
I got a thing I'd
Right.
like to do.
Sure.
Oh, go ahead,
Yeah, go
Morning.
for it.
Morning, do
No.
your thing first.
No,
Please
you
do
were
your thing
right.
first.
You,
Okay.
yeah.
Seeing this tumble, like on this. Let me show you how a real dragon does things. I'm marking shame so that I can use shadow magic.
Okay. What do you want to do?
What I am doing is I am channeling the power of the void for detection. And I was told that void is negation and deflection. Sorry,
deflection, yes.
I misread it as detection.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I take it back. I was hoping that she could do like a thing to scan inside for the guy that was missing, but there isn't any sort of thing that does that, is there?
Let's see here. So we have the liberty, freedom, healing, protection and resilience, force and chaos, negation and deflection.
I misread it as detection.
Yeah, no, it's alright.
Whoopsie.
No, it's fine. I'm trying to find the shadow magic. I really should have read up more, haven't I? Okay. Well, it seems if you actually wanted to do like shadow magic, I don't think it actually.
I guess it doesn't have to tie to the moon, does it?
No, since you were sort of giving into darkness. How?
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry, because shadow magic's like its own thing.
Yeah.
So in that case, what she is using is the power of the shadows. It is a cave full of shadows, after all, to like feel for like Hexen's life presence inside.
Okay.
Ooh.
How does that look?
It's almost like a shadowy version of herself like comes out and like streaks into the cave.
Okay. Roll plus your shadows marked.
Cool. I've got 3 marked right now.
Okay.
And I rolled 11 on the dice. So, and then I'm adding 3 to that, so it's 14.
Okay.
Wow.
So you harness the darkness, casting powerful magic. Powerful shadow magic. So yeah, this sort of shadowy form of Anna just sort of leaps out of her and just blends into the shadows and sort of and after a small bit you do feel the presence of a dragon, but you also sense something else.
Oh.
It does seem very strong very strong shadow presence. It's you're not entirely sure what it is, but it is pretty significant.
Okay. So when her shadow rushes back to her, I guess.
Mhm.
Or maybe it just stays in there. I don't know. But I kind of like the idea of it like
Sure.
rushing back out and like just kind of sucking back into her body.
Sure.
I know where he is.
I mean,
And
unless
Neo's-
our whole like goal is to just run at the cave face all day and flip over backwards.
Neo's still just on his head, like this, arms crossed, like, thank you. That was truly helpful.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't all just like pratfall all day.
Okay, Anna, you like
Hmm.
summoned a weird shadow copy of yourself that ran into the tunnel. Should I be concerned? Should we be concerned by this?
Oh, No, there's just a lot of magic out there that dragons view as forbidden, but they're perfectly natural and fine. Don't worry about me.
I definitely give a bit of a side eye.
Oh, there's also some sort of. Okay, now it's going to seem hypocritical, but there's also seems to be some sort of dangerous shadow presence in there. Not me.
Oh.
Eyes widen.
Are we sure about that?
Yes, it was something outside of my own shadow.
I mean, someone who gives in the shadows, can we really trust them?
I don't know. I guess I could go home.
Shadows upon shadows.
No,
I think we
no.
can. Oh, go ahead, Morning.
No, we all stick together. That has always been the overall plan.
Neo Flipsword. Who cares? A long lost horde of my house is in here somewhere. If we can find that, we'll be respectable again. I don't care if you use shadows or whatever other kind of magic you have. I just need this found.
Neo, I would like you to mark a shadow.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Which shadow?
Whichever one you wish.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this hasn't been going well between Neo and Anna. Like Neo, like out the gate insults her spirit guide, and she gets pissed off, and now she's just given into it.
I think it's shame. Like, he's seeking isolation or solitude. He doesn't care what anyone does. He doesn't care about the shame he has towards himself or if he embarrasses himself. So long as the overall goal is done, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah, and
Eesh.
by the way, I also marked shame because she's been mocking or belittling somebody vulnerable this whole time. That's what she marked to start her shadow magic going.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't think we really did.
It says for
The
shadow
mark
magic,
one?
when you give into darkness, mark a shadow and roll plus
Oh.
shadows mark.
So it does.
So I had to mark one, and
Yeah.
then I played it out by, her mocking Neo.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know if I'm doing it right, but it seems right.
No, it sounds good to me.
It seems like we're doing it right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I'm guessing you guys will start to head in, and sure enough, a little ways in, you do see a winged drake. They are of black scales, sort of an orange underbelly, with sort of red frills, as well as a frills on the side of their head. Two pair of horns that sort of go back, and red wings, and a sort of the frills sort of go down the back, sort of stop at the tail slightly, and then end at the end of the tail is another set of frills.
Mhm.
And he sort of, as you sort of walk in, you just sort of like they whip around, just like, who's there? Who are you?
Greetings. We are 5 clutched mates, seeking the missing horde of House Carabos.
Why are you
Also
scared?
Haxon. Hexen?
Mostly
Who's that?
Hexen.
Hexen.
Who
Why
sent
not
you?
both?
Well, I believe it was your brother who sent us if you're Hexen.
Bro,
Clutched mate.
I have several brothers, but you're
Blue, white scales.
might be a lock in. Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Lock in.
You also have a clutchmate named Poppin.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, so okay, well, now you found me, but what did he want?
I think he simply wished to locate the horde.
You want the
Also,
horde, or
I believe your brother was worried for your safety as he hasn't heard from you in some time and assumed that you were in some sort of danger.
oh, I'm in no danger. I have found the lost horde. I'm
And
found
yet,
such a-
where is
and,
it?
and yet you haven't actually claimed it yet. If you have found it, been sort of dithering out here, haven't you?
Well, it is a horde after all. Why can't I claim it for myself? Possibly
Do so.
find something that could be of use to the rest of Dragonia. There must be something. There must be something here. I mean, I will say, in my studies, I've learned that those of House Kebros did sort of, I guess some would say, succumb to the darkness during the war. But there must be a reason for that, wasn't there? There must have been some reason to use the darkness. As a member of House Kepros, we are told to better Dragonia. So if that is the case, then the darkness could be harnessed. So I'm looking for something. There must be something in the horde.
Cat's got something.
Anna's gonna move aside and see if she can locate any naked mole bats.
Naked mole bats.
Oh, man.
Okay.
And if she finds them or any other creatures of the cave, I just wanted to say naked mole bat so badly though. She's gonna ask them some questions about this dragon because he seems to be cuckoo odd.
Well, you can study another dragon if you wish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just study him. That's plus charm. I'm good at that. She just prefer to talk to the animals rather than directly to this guy because he doesn't seem to be playing with a full bat. Let's see. I have got math is hard. I have a 7.
7. You get to ask one question.
Get to ask one question. I mean, I know he's hoarding things, but I guess what could I learn from them?
You get the feeling that
I think what she sensed this huge shadow magic presence.
Mhm.
Like, is that really coming from this guy, or does it seem like he's responding to something externally?
I will say with the previous shadow magic that you did notice that it was outside of him. It was like a separate thing outside of him.
But in this room?
It seemed to be an aura that was further inside. Coming from something further inside.
There seems to be something dangerous further inside, a great source of shadow magic. Is this what you're talking about harnessing?
Wait, you found something? You must
I've
know.
seen it. If you let me through, I'm
true.
sure that I can find my way to
They were
it.
able to do so.
Yes, but shadow magic is such a powerful thing. It often leaves the unaware and the unintelligent so woefully twisted. Do you think you really yourself can handle all of that? I'm gonna try to mislead him.
Oh boy, I was gonna try and convince him, but go for the mislead. Then I'll convince him.
That's gonna be a 11 because I can roll with charm since I'm inventing up stories.
Okay. So so you can either choose to learn a valuable secret and create an opportunity, or confuse them.
I think I'm gonna do the secret and the opportunity. The opportunity I want to try to get is that I just want to get him down from his ledge, kind of get him back towards his brother, since that's our main goal.
Okay.
But to divulge whatever knowledge he knows regarding the shadow magic that we might exploit ourselves.
Yeah. So basically, the secret that you learn that's fairly obvious, I think, is he he believes wholeheartedly that if he or others of the house can learn to harness the darkness as for essentially for what he believes is good, for the benefit of Dragonia, that the actions the of the house during the war will be justified, will become, and so and therefore will have less. There will be less scrutiny put onto the house.
Is it,
Okay.
is it just him, or is it his whole house feels that way?
There, I will say from that, you do know that most of the house are trying to redeem House Kebros of those what most feel as poor actions of joining the Shadow during the war, joining the darkness. But there are some out there who feel that those actions had merit.
Okay, interesting.
So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and convince him.
okay.
Perhaps we can see this this cursed horde, and if we can join you in learning its secrets.
Yeah.
Go to
Roll plus charm.
my charm plus 0. Let's do it.
I was planning on charming, but I'm like, oh, Michael said he wants to, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, it went bad for 5. You can go ahead and try, I guess.
Okay. Mark experience.
Good news. I get to mark experience though,
Yep.
right? Is that nice? One more, and I'm a moss scale Drake. Oh, I'm a winged Drake. Yes.
All right.
The fact of the matter is, the shadow magic is dangerous magic. It is a hard thing to face. If you let us go in and take this danger for you first, then I'm sure that the horde will be kept safe for you. After all, what are a few bodies on the ground for you besides to step over? To get your own horde. It belongs to your house, doesn't it?
Well, the history books say that it was a larger horde that technically belonged to all of it. I mean, that was sort of caused the split of the houses, but
May doesn't do anything good for either of those of you in the house to face the danger.
Well, what if it isn't danger? What if it is something that was used to harness the darkness?
Well,
And you see
then
that he is sort of he
then
he
I
goes off on
promise
sort of
you, as that the horde doesn't belong to me, and I give you my word as that I have no interest in material things, that I will not take it. Only report back.
I will say, because of Michael's miss on Reconvince, I'm trying to see if there's anything.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't really describe.
I'm
what
trying to
happens
take a
there
very
is.
different tack than Michael.
Right. Yeah. So,
I think it just like doesn't happen.
yeah.
Or I
so-
mean, maybe he doesn't like want me to
yeah,
see
I'm
it. Or
trying to.
something.
What was exactly the wording, Michael, that you were trying to?
I was like, let's see the horde. We can maybe put our knowledge to work in helping you understand it.
Whereas what I'm
Okay.
offering is, I know there's danger in there. I'll go in and face it first. If it, it still stays safe for you, but if you're dead, you can't keep it safe. And that she has no intention of taking it, which she has absolutely no intention of taking it.
So
She wants to see what's in there.
I will say, right after Michael's words sort of hit him, he sort of, you see his body language shift into a more like possessive stance, sort of more like trying to like impose himself like between you and the further into the cave. So I will say, Anna, do your roll.
Okay. My roll is a 12.
Okay. You will do it if you offer him a favor gift. Okay. This one. So. He will say, fine. Go in there. I want to go in there for 2 rounds. I want to study this, whatever it is. Perhaps it is. But I need something from you. A promise
All right.
that none of that, whatever we find, will be used for the good of both Dragonia and the house. The House Kebros.
That it will be used for the good of Dragonia?
Yes.
And House Kebros.
Is House Kebros not part of Dragonia?
Well, it is, but
I'm from House Tessa. We are the house without a home. We don't gain any sort of glory from taking anything. We don't have anything to bring anything to.
very well. Let's go.
I mean, which is accurate about House Tessa, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he still seems like tense, but he starts to move further into the cave. And as you sort of go in, after some time, you do see Anna. You do feel that same aura get more and more intense as you go in further. And it does come to a point. But before you get to exactly what that point is, you do see a sort of what looks like a lot of rubble, and some small remnants of golden items that look like to be mostly possibly like melted down, and just sort of melted down and destroyed. But as you keep going, Anna, the aura does seem to be coming from a small piece of what looks like a larger contraption.
This, she points at the small piece. This is where I felt it coming from, the darkness.
Is it just Anna who's able to go up and see all this, or can all of us go up?
No.
If you wish to follow, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, Neo's
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see this.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like she kind of, because she reached out with her shadow magic, she can also feel it, and I don't know if anybody else can feel it, but
Okay.
she points it out to the rest of you. She's not obscuring it,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody else's shadow self is, but her shadow self is like, I am freaking one with nature, and that's why she doesn't care about embracing it.
Well, but Anna, you do notice that there is something not quite right with this darkness. You get the sense that with the state that it's in, it is just pure darkness. You don't think that anyone, even a ancient, could do anything with this. It is just pure darkness.
This is a very powerful darkness. Something primal, and, well, do not know if any of us should be here.
As you sort of say that, you do see that Hexen is sort of reaching towards the item. as you sort of reaching out, you do feel like this pulsing of the darkness, almost like it wants to be touched. What do you do?
She is gonna try something unless somebody else does first, because I'm being a hog and I don't want to be. But if nobody else has ideas, she's about to drop some moon magic.
Only moves I have her tinkering with stuff.
You can always act despite danger, stand up to another dragon, because you can definitely tell that Hexen is fixated on this item and is sort of lost in thought.
So what is the item exactly? That like it's like a
small like piece of what you think could have been a larger contraption. I will say it's sort of like you're not entirely sure what exactly the contraption could have been. It is so mangled and twisted.
Interesting. Is it like it's like you're able to pick it up and carry it, or is it gonna like is like too big for that, or like how big we talking?
I'll leave that up to you. What do you think?
All right. I don't know. I think classic MacGuffin style. It should be able to be handheld or claw held in the case of these dragons. Like,
okay,
maybe it's like a suitcase equivalent for dragons. You can pick it up in one hand or so. It's a little bigger, but
Okay, so, well, suitcase to one dragon is quite a bit bigger than some. So, would this be more of a suitcase size for one such as yourself, or for a bigger dragon?
Let's say it's big enough for like it's suitcase equivalent for our size.
Okay.
So like I don't know, maybe like handbag or purse for a big old dragon.
Laptop bag.
For us, yeah. For us, it's still pretty manageable though.
Okay.
Whereas I would have been like, it's a wagon size. I'd like to make things as hard as possible.
Yeah, I don't know. A MacGuffin the size of a wagon. That's a toughie.
I want to address Hexen. Hexen, do you really think that is the wisest thing to do, to touch a random object inside our lost treasure hoard? Especially one so infused with shadow and darkness? Do you really think you can withstand whatever might come of it? Remember, the darkness is not always such a good thing. Try to mislead him, or at least sort of trick him into hesitancy.
Okay.
Man, I'm rolling so well tonight. I want experience. That's an 11.
Okay. Which of those options do you want to do?
I want to confuse him for a moment.
Well, that'll give me an opportunity to do my thing.
Okay. So with that, you do see sort of like a spark of recognition for your voice, and he sort of halts for a second and is just like, but there must have been something for a reason for this to be here. Perhaps maybe not me, but perhaps other ones, or gosh. But do I want to bring others into this? So far, it's just this small question myself. Let me find this, and he just keeps going.
Unless Morning or Neo have something they want to do, I've got a thing. But okay, I am giving 2 gems back to Neo, and 1 gem back to Morning to use Moon Magic.
Okay.
Double checked I read this correctly this time.
Mhm.
Stone for, or not stone, Liberty for purification.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think trying to purify like super evil object is gonna work, but I think a purification on Hexen might.
Ooh.
To like remove
Okay.
the influence of darkness from him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you really want to try and basically moon
purify the
magic
super-
can do quite a bit.
Okay,
So-
she'll try it on the super evil object then.
It's just a matter of how much control you have.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see.
Hello.
I'm adding 3 to this roll because I
Yep.
gave away literally. She has no gems left.
okay.
go big or go home, you know?
Mhm.
And that is an 11. Rolled 8, added 3.
Alrighty, so you apply both. But
Yeah,
And
so
that's
it's
just
exceptionally
exceptionally
powerful and it remains within my control.
okay.
And she kind of takes like the goodness and power of nature, like the power of spring and growth, and kind of puts it out towards this like horrible evil thing
Okay.
to like purify it and push the darkness from it. She understands she probably can't completely destroy the darkness, but just push it away,
Okay. So
if that makes sense.
how exactly does that look, do you think?
It's like well, we're in the dark, but I'm gonna say that she herself emits like a bioluminescent glow
Okay.
that like floods the whole room in this. It's not like a putrid green, it's not like acid green, it's like natural glowing green, and for a second it's like the whole of the place is outside in a sacred grove where everything's like, you can even hear the birds chirp, you can smell like fresh fallen rain, as she pushes like the energy of life into the darkness.
Okay. So this green energy sort of goes into this this item, this object, and Anna, you sort of see like the energy sort of pushing in, and you do see sort of like this darkness sort of being pushed into this ball, and then this ball is sort of pushed out of it, and then it is released, and you see a sort of dark wisps just sort of dissipate out from as the magic is released. And everyone else, you just see a sort of green energy of the grove sort of concentrate and then just disappear.
So just as a note, so Neo, you should have marked down that you got 2 gems from me, and
Yep.
Morning, you should not mark down you got a gem from me.
Well, it's basically returning those gems.
Correct.
So,
But that does leave her gemless. That's it for her
Yeah.
in moon magic, unless she wants
So,
to start doing straight moon magic rolls.
so
Worth
with
it.
that, you do see sort of like once the flash of green energy sort of dissipates, you sort of see sort of like a twitch come from Hex, and you're just like, what happened? What did you do?
I removed the darkness from the object. It was corrupted and too powerful. It's darkness out of balance.
Does that mean the
Confused
dark?
as what?
Does that mean the darkness is entirely gone from the object?
At the moment. I mean, as far as she can tell, right?
Yeah, from what you could tell, the aura of darkness is gone from the entire area.
It seems to be gone from the area. I apologize if what your treasure was the darkness itself, but as I said, it's darkness out of balance.
Well done.
Thank you. She like
Yeah.
gives a little bow.
Yes, I suppose that's what could be it. It's probably better for everyone, and I do seem. It does seem that a fog has been lifted from my mind. I feel more clear. So I guess I should thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Well, and he sort of looks around and sees just the rubble, and that there's pretty much nothing here. Well, it seems there wasn't anything left after all.
Oh, no horde except for this little bit of a mechanism?
Unless that was the horde.
Well, it does look like there's remnants of golden gems, but there's nothing useful around. It is mostly just molten at this point and mostly gravel.
I want to try a move here on
Sure.
this mechanism. I'm gonna do peer review with
Okay.
with Neo, because he's like the engineer, right? The crafter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll ask him about it, giving him a friendship gem. So
Okay.
I will give you. I have 3 from you. Now I have 2 from you, and you get 1 from me.
Cool.
So you get a friendship gem.
Well, I believe you still get to keep the ones that you got from Neo, but you are getting one.
Oh, which is a totally new one. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, nice. So he just gets. So now I still have 3. You have 1 more.
Mhm.
Okay. Whatever
Does that
he says
mean
about
just
this mechanism.
spontaneously generated a friendship gem?
Basically, the way that normal play, like in person, is each person has sort of a pool of their own gems that they sort of distribute.
Okay.
And sort of.
Yeah, it's a cool move. Okay, so I get to hear what he says, and then if I follow through with it, he gets to mark experience, and I get a +1 ongoing. If I ignore his advice, I get to mark a shadow. Basically, I want to like understand what is this device, and like what if he knows like what exactly it like what part of mechanism or engine is it?
Neo?
Yes. So I'm not quite understanding exactly how the move works. Sorry.
Oh, basically, I'm asking him to see if like he could help me figure it out. So maybe, I mean, I don't know. There's no like examine objects.
Your survey.
Surveying.
Yeah, I can do
ancient
survey
area.
in ancient. Is a device an arcane area perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, this is still a sort of ancient area.
Okay, so then in that case, I get to roll with a +1 is to that. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah. So you're
All
not
right,
doing
so I'll get to
PvE.
roll. All right, so with his advice, that means Neo, you mark experience,
Okay.
and then I get an extra +1, giving me a +4. Oh my god! Wow. Ooh. Okay. Well, I only got a 1 to 5, but with the +4, it's a 10, so I can ask 3 questions about this thing. Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay, let me do this. What resources does this place offer?
Looking at it, it honestly, at the state that it's in, and the fact that you have no idea, like, what the whole mechanism was, you don't think that you can really use it for very much anymore.
Oh,
Looks like
okay.
it's been too destroyed.
Okay.
It's been here for too long.
All right. Well, I guess I don't know. How can I gain access to this place's secrets? I think that's probably a similar answer. There's no way, if there's no means of repairing it, maybe, or is there?
From what you can tell, even if you did sort of find possible pieces of it and bring it back to working order, pretty much what Anna did makes it. It would either take a long time to do anything that could possibly do what it used to do, or the darkness that it was trying to control would once again become too unstable. You
Okay.
don't know.
And I guess, yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Worth a shot. I guess who else knows this place? I mean, I guess we already know it's Lachlan and maybe the other
Lachlan
house
and Hexen
Carabin.
know of it. Possibly a few other, like, older drakes. They don't know. Most drakes that you have interacted with don't really pay too close attention. They just believe that the Horde was destroyed, and it must have been destroyed and it was destroyed for a good reason. We should leave it be.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be like, it pains me to say it, but according to Neo and myself, this is useless junk. So, not much of a horde at all. I'm rather disappointed.
Well,
Yet, I mean, yet it held held darkness quite well. I mean, morning, should we like at least remove it and hide it somewhere? I mean, you're the strongest amongst us, physically speaking.
Removing could be a good idea. Hiding? Not sure if we should even hide it or allow it to be studied more. What do you think? To make sure that we fully understand the functions and perhaps trap darkness again in the future if it becomes too powerful.
I am always on team study. Let's take it with us.
If there's a safe way to transport it and to study it,
Only yes.
otherwise
may-
it should be destroyed permanently.
Then
I
I
may have a
would agree with
sol-
Autumn's first, assessment.
I may have a solution to that. If you give me some time, I could make a containment box for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, plenty of good materials here. Just make some gold out of, make a cage gold or something.
It's mostly glass it's going to be made out of. But I can engrave it with runes. And hopefully.
listen,
I do not mean to offend you and your type of magic, but if you are going to do that, I am going to leave for a little bit. It's just hard for me to be around.
Very well. I won't keep you here if you don't want to be here.
No, I will wait outside where things are natural. There are natural things in this cave too, but if you are going to be making an unnatural construct, I should be away from it. I don't disrespect your work, it just causes me physical pain.
Right. Well, as I said, do what you will.
She kind of does a bow, which I think kind of involves like sweeping like her right legs a bit under her body, and then she like backs out of the cave.
As for the rest of you, if you could gather me some, I don't know, what's useful material around here. Anything glass, like of glassware, sand, windows, shattered windows, broken bits, anything.
All right, I'll dig around, see what I can find.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll try and roll on Dragon Trade. You are known for your gifts in the Draconic Arts. Two mediums are glass and engraving. So I'm going to create something in my medium, roll plus cunning. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7 or 9, pick 1. So, rolling cunning. That's a 4. That is also a 4. For a 9.
Okay.
Unless anyone wants to help out. Make it a 10.
Do we have any shared friendship
Oh, man.
gems?
I got a +3 with you for friendship gems. But does anybody have any high?
No, go ahead, please. I probably have 0 or 1.
Okay, I'll roll that. So +3. All right, making the perfect glass case for the evil artifact. Big fail. That's a 6. Sorry.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
Did you level
I
up,
like a
though?
1 and a 2.
You are spectacular at failing things you shouldn't fail, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of impressive.
Well, hey, the good news is, guess
Huh?
what? The
Wing Drake?
It's wing time. Wing stop.
So the wings just sprout from the professor's back or something.
Well, we already have wings; they're just useful now, apparently.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe like I'm coming over to help you with like a whole bunch of stones, and I just like trip over my wings start like popping out and smash into the wall, and I trip and fall. and they go everywhere in shatter, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, and then I give my wings a flap. Well, this is interesting.
Yes, Professor. Very. Interesting. Thank you. You brought the materials. Now, go fly somewhere else.
With pleasure.
Fly outside and talk to Anna. Why not?
Yeah, I'll go zoom her outside and show off my new wings to Anna. I'm gonna get ear for the arcane,
Impressive.
which would actually be perfect for what we just dealt with, this weird magical
Right.
objects. But
Is
sorry.
Professor Featherfluff actually feathered, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so we're
Well,
both
he's
feathered
furry,
dragons.
which is like feathery.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I imagine it's like
I'm
down.
actually feathery.
Oh.
But yeah. For Dragon Trade, on a server 9, pick 1. I'm going to pick your creation is functional. So it
I
will.
thought it got bumped up to a 10.
No, you
Oh, wait,
failed.
no,
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
failed.
Michael failed.
Yeah.
So it is functional. So it will contain the device and any shadow magic therein. But it is not durable and is not attractive.
All right.
So Neo
So-
has the device in this glass container, like engraved with rune magic. And he's going to say, okay, I have it in my hands, but thanks to Professor Featherfluff's Featherfluff, this thing can shatter at any moment. So,
Oh, that's terrible. Check out my wings. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, you came outside to talk to Anna.
All right, I'm sorry.
so Neo's going to hand this to Morning. Morning, you're the only one I can trust with something this delicate, seeing as you are the most careful of all of us.
Now hold on, little one. Perhaps maybe I should be taking this since I'm more experienced and can actually.
You were recently possessed by shadow magic. Sorry, but even as an older dragon, I don't know what this will do to you. I'd rather
Okay.
be someone untainted by shadows.
Neo, I would like you to stand up to another dragon.
Yeah. I'll stand up to him. Yeah. It's courage, right?
Yep.
Is it 2 and a 5 for an 8?
Okay. So,
Can I help him?
You can only add a 1 to the roll.
yeah,
at
you would
most.
only have one, so it'd still be a 7-9. So,
Never mind.
Unless you have a move. Do you have a move?
Unless you have a move.
No.
Bizarre. This isn't D&D.
Alright.
I don't know literally every single class.
No, anybody
Yes.
can stand up to another dragon, so
So, on hit, they know what you're worth and address your concerns. Pick one from the list. So you either delight them, impress them, or intrigue them. But because you rolled a 7-9, you also pick one from the other list. You either succumb to vanity, mark a shadow, you embarrass a friend, return a friendship gem, or you overstep social bounds, you incur an obligation.
So I think it would be impress them, like Neo even thought, hey, this guy was recently possessed by shadow. Maybe we shouldn't give the shadow object to this guy.
Okay.
And then pick one from this list.
Mhm.
I'm going to embarrass Morning because Neo's talking it up a lot, but he might not actually be all that he is, that Neo's saying he is. Unless he is, Dallas. I don't really know.
what do
So
you
you
mean?
return a friendship
So,
gem to him.
do you have a friendship gem to
I-
Mornings?
Think I do.
Mhm.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll return that to you.
Okay.
And Neil's just like talking Morning up, like, he's the most careful of us. He's the only one I can trust with something this delicate.
Well.
How embarrassing.
I mean, could be. Well, it seems you may be correct. Okay. Oh, so because you impressed them, they offer you a favor or commendation.
Mhm.
Well, you are most intriguing, little one. perhaps I can give a good word to the house of your deeds. And if this does come to fruition and does help the house and Epyllion as a whole, you will definitely be one of those noted as to its finding.
Excellent. That's all I ask. Thank you very much, Texan.
Well, it seems this may be note after all. Guess I should head back to my brother. I can worry less. He's such a warrior.
No, he sent a bunch of younglings after you, so must not be that worried.
Well, that is sort of your job. Is to do things.
Our job is to be cannon fodder, basically.
Well, not
Yes.
cannon fodder, but to help out and to gain experience because of it.
We don't adventure, then we never get stronger as dragons.
That is very true.
We don't learn from our mistakes if we don't adventure. And I never make mistakes.
By the way, outside, Anna says to Professor Featherflow, like, I always knew you'd be the first one to actually have their wings work because you're the cleverest.
Oh, well, thank you. I've been told that before. But you're no slouch in the brains department.
Oh, no.
Check this out, though. Barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll.
Very impressive.
All right, so as the good professor is wheeling and doing so in the air, I will say you guys head back since it is almost time for the end of this session. You guys head back, and Locke and Hexen have a wonderful reunion. To which Locke is like, "Oh, brother, where you been and everything?" And he's just sort of doting on him. And she's like, "Oh, yes, I'm fine. And so we will, with that, we will go to the end of session move. So, so each of you will look at your house obligations, and then if you fulfilled that obligation at least once this session, erase one shadow. If you have one.
I don't know what my obligation is.
It's beneath the house. So like for me, it says Rothscar, House of Gold. Trick someone into helping you build something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mine's restore a symbol or sanctuary of the wild. I don't think I did that.
Yeah, I don't think I discovered anything important about an ancient mystery, but I didn't get any shadow this session, so it's all good.
Did I put myself in danger to obtain rare materials or treasures?
I mean, that time you raced literally into danger and like
Well,
to get the treasure. Yeah, I would say so.
We went into the dangerous shadow area, even if my character cleared up the shadows by, giving away all of our friendship. No gems left for Anna.
And we are literally taking the thing back to society.
Which,
it's all good. We cleared it up. We put it in a nice case.
So that means
sturdy,
clear
functional.
He clears a shadow, right?
yeah, so Neo would clear one shadow.
Right. I clear myself of doubt.
Right.
Because the
So-
box is actually working.
So now we're going to go around to each of you, and I have a couple of questions. And I believe with each answer of yes to these questions, you will mark an experience. So, yeah, why don't we start with Anna?
Okay. Are these
did
like
you learn-
specific to nature?
They're specific to the end of session, but they are questions that I have with me, in front of me. So the first question is, did you learn a lesson from a friend?
From a friend.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I don't feel like she necessarily did, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think she learned a lesson from the universe, but not from a friend. I think she might have been giving lessons, but not receiving. If that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
The next question is, Did you help a friend solve a problem?
Yes.
Okay, mark experience.
Like I would 100% say yes to that.
Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah, we'll continue to go around with Michael.
Oh,
did
that's
you
just the two.
just
huh?
those two, and then there's going to be more questions for the clutch as a whole. So,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
so we'll go through the individual ones, and then we'll go through the clutch ones.
Okay.
So do you feel like you learned a lesson from a friend?
Another lesson. I mean, I think I literally did for Marvin. Or for Neo. Oh, by the way, Neo, did you make sure you mark experience because I used your lesson?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah, I
one.
mean, he was teaching me about like weird mechanics when we were examining this device. So
Okay.
I
Sure.
would say that's one.
Do you think you helped a friend solve a problem?
I don't think I did anything there though.
Okay.
I mean, I did a lot of, I was the thinky dragon, not so much the acty, the dewy dragon.
Well, your thinkies could have helped in some way, but if you don't feel like that way, then that's fine. Morning. Do you think you've learned a lesson from your friend? Valid.
I'm gonna just say the same thing on it. If correct me if I'm wrong, but I think my answers are no to both of these.
Okay.
It
so,
happens.
Yeah, it happens. Autumn. Do you think you learned anything or help a friend solve a problem?
I don't think I learned anything directly from a friend. Maybe that tangentially by by them getting into a fight that shadow magic is caused by us. No, but I think I definitely helped solve the problem for a friend. I'll try my best to get Hexen away from whatever he was obsessing after.
Neo. Have you learned anything from a friend?
I learned that shadow magic is inherently unstable.
Hmm.
And I think that was from Anna, just from cleansing it all. But if it could be made stable, something for later.
And do you believe you helped a friend solve a problem?
I did make the box. But I don't know if that was a problem for everyone.
That was
or
more
just...
of a problem for you.
Well, for the team, we need a way to transport the device safely. So.
Yeah, but he's the one that wanted to transport the device at all.
I mean, I don't think
I was the one who suggested moving it.
Yeah, I
Fair
wanted to
enough,
study
fair
it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as a clutch, did your clutch hold back or expel the darkness?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So everyone marks an experience for that.
Nice.
And finally, did your clutch move a dragon older than yourself to action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's say so. We convinced the Lachlan to help us out there.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
And
Man.
it's when you fill it up that you take the advance, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Then I just advanced. So my
Cool.
character's Winged Drake now. Also.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Oh
So,
man, long
is
tooth
it
dragon, here I come.
I'm surprised there aren't ones that are specific for the playbooks, but I guess that's not how that works in this one.
Yeah, not really.
It's fine. It doesn't have to.
Geared toward the power of friendship.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I guess I can just leave all the X's in that box because it's like now I'm on to the Winged Drake track.
I am too late from Winged Drake. Oh well.
Ooh,
That happens.
we'll get you there.
I believe with that will end today's adventure.
Did you, just out of curiosity, did you all XP like 15 times? No joke. Because when you XP, you mark a box and take one of those boxes, right? And
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
after you get rid of them, and you XP up again, mark a box.
Yeah,
And XP up
That's
again,
what I
then you
thought
go to
it
wing
was.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, in the,
Because we've played this game twice before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was just her 15th time. There was one game she failed a lot.
Yeah, I fail. I'm a big failure when it comes to dragons.
Oh, this is
so,
fair.
that's why I think.
Yeah. They do have one more session under their belts than you do, and same with Patrick, I believe. So,
My character, my previous one did, but not this one.
Yeah, I'm starting totally over too.
Yeah, I think it's partially that, like, Michael and I are also the two that kept our sheets.
Right, we saved it.
that's fair.
So,
point,
I got my ton of tabletop file, so it was easy to
Oh, well,
all
runs
kinds
the
of cool
breaks.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but,
I got the Blades in the Dark stuff in there too. If we ever want to go back to that.
I
Yeah.
mean, she's really screwed on her shadow track though, because
Oh boy.
well, no, there was one game where she restored a symbol or Sanctuary of the Wild, like she has taken shadow before and gone to eliminate it, but this one had nothing to do with
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. That happens.
So now she has no gems, so it's just, well, she could fail a lot on moon magic. She's not going to stop doing magic.
Yeah.
She's cray that way.
Alrighty.
Well, thanks everyone for playing. Thanks Gray Mouse for hanging out with us.
I
That
agree, Mouse.
was Epyllion.
No, it was really good.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's harder to hang out in chat on this one. I got a lot of
Mhm.
screens
there's a
open.
lot of stuff to go on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Don't worry about that. Super cool. I'm hoping that this will hit the rotation again. I know if it has anything to do with Nick, it will.
If I come up with something, maybe.
Realistically, I'd love to see this played more often. I really enjoy the way you guys play this game, and I really like the thought of this. I mean, let's be dragons. I mean, it's really that simple, right? But thanks everyone. Thanks for doing this. We'll see you maybe next week. We're in that interim of, hey, we're going to start a big adventure, but it's not until it's ready and it's good. I mean, we rely on Michael to, he works. He puts a lot of work into these things. So we're just going to kind of play on Tuesdays, hop in and play what anybody wants to play. So we might see you next Tuesday, or we might not. But guess what? Until then, pull up a chair and make time to tabletop. We'll see you very soon, no matter what. Peace.
Just keep on having fun out there, people.